everyone, it's Jennifer from Flux. In this video, we're going to learn how to add a beautiful ruffled edging to just about anything you like. It's super easy, uses really basic stitches, and it adds just a little bit of a fun edge to something like a skirt, or maybe like a little bonnet, or a blanket edge, or even a dishcloth or something like that. It's super easy to do. We're going to be using for this tutorial Super Saver Chunky. This is the flamingo and the tea leaf, in case you're wondering. And I'm just going to be using the recommended hook size of 8mm L crochet hook. So all you want to do is, now it depends on how dense you want your ruffles. So I put lots of stitches. If we just separate one of these ruffles, I put 6 stitches to make each ruffle. So you can make them less. See how they're very sort of snaky? If you want to put less stitches, your ruffles will be more spread out. But we're going to make this on here, okay? So what you want to do is, I have a little swatch here I've already stitched up, and really it's just to give us some stitches to work off of. It can really be on any stitch you like. So what we're going to do is chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. Then what we're going to do in this very first stitch is we're going to work 5 double crochets. Now we're going to do 6 for the rest, but this chain 3 counts as one of our double crochets. So to make a double crochet, wrap yarn around hook, insert the hook into that first stitch, bring up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on the hook, and you know what? Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the first 2 loops, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the last 2 loops. And we're going to do 5 in here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what we're essentially doing when we make ruffles is crowding our stitches. We're putting a whole bunch of stitches into one stitch like this. See how it makes like a scallop? It looks like a scallop for now, but as we start to do more and more, it's going to kind of like crunch them together and create this crowding, which will make beautiful ruffles. So go to the next stitch and you're going to work 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now just do the same thing all the way across. Put 6 double crochets in every stitch all the way across. Let's do one more together, and what you'll start to see are some beautiful ruffles emerging. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? So I'm going to keep going with my ruffles. Now, it looks a little misshapen right now, so what you'll do when you make ruffles is sort of shape that up. You need to like give it a little bit of guidance, okay? So we're already starting to get some pretty ruffles at the top. Now I'm going to keep going, and then we'll rejoin in just a minute while I put some more ruffles in here, and I'll show you how to finish off the row. Just working those last 2 double crochets of the row. 1, 2. So I put 6 in each one all the way across. Now as you can see, if we compare it to our other swatch, let me just slide that over here, it looks a little crazy. Now our other one, I've already shaped it up so it looks a little bit neater. So what you'll have to do when you put lots of stitches in like this, see it looks all kind of messy right now. What you'll need to do is kind of straighten your swatch out, and you'll need to shape these ruffles up with your hands. Now I put a whole bunch of stitches in mine, like I mentioned before. I put 6 in each stitch. Try experimenting when you make your ruffles. Maybe try putting 3 in each stitch and see how that looks. This is a very ruffly ruffle, if you will. So what we can do is we're gonna just do up and down, all the way across. We have some nice, pretty, sort of dense ruffles here, and our pretty edging is complete. Now if you notice, my piece is sort of curving. Now this was a little bit bigger of a swatch than this green one, but this one curves a little bit as well. When you force lots of stitches into single stitches like this, it's gonna open it up. So just know that you'll get a little bit of curvature as well. Now if you're doing it all the way around a blanket or something like that, it will sort of correct itself. But just know that that is to be expected. If you want less curvature, try doing less than 6 per stitch. You can experiment, like I mentioned before, try 3 or 4 or something like that. So let's look over here. We can flip this around and it just looks so fun. What a bunch of texture. Even when you layer it, how pretty is that? So that is how you add an easy ruffled edging to any crochet project. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Fiber Flux video updates. Thanks again.